Bad news for MAGA this week because the federal government vows to never let events like January 6th happen ever again. Direct from the Department of Homeland Security last night, future electoral vote counting will now be considered national special security events. So make sure you watch the whole video to learn more, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help keep the channel going. After the disgraceful events of January 6th, much has been discussed about what could have been done differently, at least from the left. Hardliners like Trump himself don't like to answer those kinds of questions.
Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day? Yes or no?
I had nothing to do with that other than they asked me to make a speech. I showed up for a speech. I said, I think it's going to be big. I went to Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington, D.C., and the mayor put it back in writing, as you know. I said, you know, this is going to be a very big rally or whatever you want to call it. And again, it wasn't done by me. It was done by others. I said, I'd like to give you 10,000 National Guard or soldiers. They rejected me. Nancy Pelosi rejected me. It was just 2 weeks ago. Her daughter has a tape of her saying she is fully responsible for what happened. They want to get rid of that tape. It would have never happened if Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington did their jobs. I wasn't responsible for security. Nancy Pelosi was responsible. She didn't do her job.
The question was about you as president, not about former Speaker Pelosi.
Now, first of all, we would just like to say that what Trump claims here is completely false. Because as the January 6th committee revealed, Trump knew exactly what the mob was there to do. They were also given instructions and even given tours of the building beforehand.
And we have breaking news out of the January 6th committee. They just renewed their request for information from GOP Rep. Barry Loudermilk. They also released this security footage showing what they say is a tour of approximately 10 individuals led by Loudermilk to areas in office buildings, as well as the entrances to tunnels leading to the U.S. Capitol.
Furthermore, the president, not the Speaker of the House, has full control of bringing in the National Guard or the armed forces. Does anyone really believe that Donald Trump did nothing to help because Nancy Pelosi turned him down? Seriously, would he ever take orders from Nancy Pelosi? With the election less than 60 days away, many people are wondering what lengths the right will go to try to win. Which is especially concerning because their candidate cannot even condemn the last mob that tried to steal an election. But we have some good news. Just days after the presidential debate, the Department of Homeland Security says that it is already making plans to try to stop any meddling from the MAGA movement. The federal government is drafting security plans to increase personnel, plan out coordinated defense measures, and build communication between Capitol defenses, state governments, and the federal government. According to Politico, the Department of Homeland Security is planning for, quote, unprecedented levels of security for the next time Congress certifies an election. And with the election so close, we can only hope that the candidate who supports democracy, not attacks it, wins. And we also hope that America doesn't vote for a candidate who is so dangerous that we have to treat elections like national security events. That will only happen, however, if we all get out and vote this November.